Hi, how are you all? Did you enjoy the whole French thing? That was a good trip. Anyway, we're back on the farm. We've been back a month now. We have had various van related dramas. I should have gone away 2 weeks ago. I should have gone away 1 week ago. I will tell you all about the van dramas later, but for now, I'm almost ready to go. Me, you, and Sunny Bob, and Noodle. Obviously, can't do this without Noodle. We're going to go away for a few days, but before I can go, my freshly painted shelves, they've finally been painted. I've got some pretty stuff to do with them later as well, which you can help me with later. But first of all, I need to screw back on these leather bands that I made that are there to stop everything flying out when I drive. So it's kind of very important that we get these on. Oh, crikey. I've only put one screw in. Broken me out in a bloody sweat. How's that work? Beautiful. Alright, one first aid kit and a very important emotional support pickle. Back in place. Right, one shelf down, 4 to go. Well, I'm very confused because I had enough screws. But now apparently I don't. I've lost a screw, but it's not here anywhere. Oh. We do have, oh crap, down the back of our gas oven there's this hole. If I had to put money on where that little screw's gone, it's gone to Never Neverland behind the oven. Damn it, there's no way to access that apart from pulling the oven out, and I don't want the screw that much. So if you're okay with this, then we're gonna go away with the flappy bit. I might take the screw off one of these. Oh, doesn't it look lovely actually with it being painted and the leather bands? I've had lots of time to do painting in here because, like I said, I haven't actually been able to drive the bloody van. Right, I'm done with that for a minute. I'm going to stock these shelves up when we're at camp. I'm going to get this all finished up, go and get the hound, and then let's go! Yes. We've just been to say goodbye to my mum, and she has this tin that she keeps all these different dog treats in, and he plays her so damn well. It's so funny how many treats he can get out of her. Are you spoiled, Bobby? No, Mum, I'm just loved. We're at Morrison's. We've just had a quick pit stop, so I'm going to get this food in the fridge before somebody gets too excited about what he can smell. Okay, I'm about to share with you one of my guilty pleasures when it comes to food. It's a really weird thing to have a guilty pleasure about, but it's so highly processed. I don't like looking at the ingredients, so we're just going to ignore that. Anyway, I thought Sunny might like to share them with me. Do you guys like them? No, not on my bed. Oh, you don't want it? Oh my God. Honestly thought you was going to have my hand off for that, but that just tells you how highly processed they are. Even the dog doesn't want to eat them. You don't want that? Is it gross? There's fish in there somewhere, but... Right, let's get back on the road. We made it. Well, we've made it. Oh, he's off. It's probably the smell of those seafood sticks. He's like, thanks, Mum, they stink. So we've made it. We are in Tintagel. I don't even know if I've told you that already, that that's where we were headed. I've got a couple of videos from here before. It's one of my favourite places to come and park up and walk the coast and go in all the little witchy shops and all of that stuff. There is a little bit of a side mission to this trip. A little bit of a retail therapy side mission. I actually want to find a piece of jewellery. I want to find a ring. Ideally want 2 rings, but probably this month I can just afford to buy 1 ring. It needs to be silver. I only wear silver. And it's probably going to have a crystal in it. It might just be silver. I don't know. Where else should I go to look for a crystal ring than the mystical mecca of Tintagel? Should I be spending this money? No, I shouldn't. Am I going to do it anyway? Yes, I am. But we're not gonna dwell on that. I might not find anything, and I'm only going to buy the perfect item. I don't even know what it looks like yet. So I have no preconceived idea. I know that it's probably going to be pretty big because I like big in-your-face rings. Oh, we also need to catch up on the van dramas, don't we? Maybe I should put the kettle on. We can sit down, have a little chin wag. Oh, and I need to fill my shelves back up. Oh, there's just so much to do, everybody. If you're wondering why I'm using this rather than this, then 10 out of 10 for observation. We'll get to that once the coffee's made. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. When we got back from France, oh hang on, that's not comfortable. When we got back from France, Johnny, if you don't know, drives a Volkswagen T4, a little dinky van like Myrtle that I sold. Johnny's engine was messing around. He says it wasn't broken. I can't remember what it was. Something to do with the timing and the head gasket or distributor, or I don't know, something or other. Basically, his van is in pieces right now because he's trying to fix it himself, not doing very well. He's tried to get 2 mechanics in to help him. Neither of them want anything to do with it, which, you know, it's tricky. So he's not had a working van since we got back from France. We've been back a month. This van, when we got back, he ordered the suspension, new suspension pieces. He fitted all that. The suspension is now incredible. Oh my God, it's like driving a different van. If you watched our France videos, then you probably were aware that our starter motor was a little bit lazy, I guess. We'll go with lazy. Didn't like starting. The starter motor was on the way out, basically. So, bearing in mind that we did thousands of miles all the way around France, we get home, we're parked at the top of our drive, we break down, the starter motor goes, we stop to talk to someone, then when you go to start again, the van wouldn't start. And that was that. Can you believe that? So some guys were walking by, they pushed Johnny down the hill, got him jump started and he could take it in. He ordered a new starter motor. I drove an hour and a half away, I think it was, to go and pick up the new starter motor. He fitted it. 3 days later, it went again. The solenoid arm, maybe, went. I don't know what that means. But anyway, the new starter motor died. So yesterday I took the first starter motor back and I bought a better one. They got us a Bosch one in, which was another 50 quid more expensive, but honestly, who cares? So this is the first day since being back from France that I've been able to drive this van. Oh, and there was a week in between there that Johnny used this van. He had to go and do some work over in Devon at a friend's woodland. So he took this van, so I had no vehicle, I had nothing. I had to keep stealing my mum's car. Thanks, Mum. Anyway, that's that little bit of drama. Those coffee bags just aren't strong enough. Maybe I should try making it with 2 bags next time. So, why am I using a little camping stove? Very good question. Long story short, this morning I was loading up the van. There was a slight smell of gas, kind of had my hands full, emptied the stuff into the van. By the time I got in after the stuff and was putting it away and whatever, I didn't smell it anymore. But I was in the van for about 20 minutes, went back into the kitchen at home and was like really wobbly, and I kind of almost like fell into the oven. And I said to Johnny, I don't know what's wrong with me. I feel really weird. Came back out with another load of stuff to the van, and as soon as I opened the door the second time, I could smell gas, and that's what made me think, oh, that's why I'm wobbly. Came in, checked our smoke alarm and CO2 alarm, and it was fine, it was working. So I don't think the gas levels were that high that there was that much in here that it like triggered the alarm to go off. But clearly there was something loose in the van, if you like. As I think you've seen me do it before, we've got a gas locker in the back, so you have to access it through the back doors of the van. When Johnny used the van last week for camping in his mate's woodland to work, he hadn't turned it off. Johnny was very naughty, so he drove all the way back from Devon with that switched on, which is naughty. But the fact that there was gas in the air in here, because I've got the dog as well. If it was just me, it might be different, because I don't know if gas would affect dogs more than humans. Whatever, I'm not risking it. So I just thought I'd just pull out my little camping stove and that's fine. I'm not going to cook on this trip now. I'm just going to make coffee on my little camping stove. I went to the supermarket on the way here, as you saw, and I just got bibbly food, so ham and lettuce wraps and things like that. I'm just going to have a little picnics. That's us all up to date on all the van dramas. Hopefully that's it now for the rest of the year. But isn't that crazy that all of that van stuff happened when we got back? And we managed to do those thousands of miles around that beautiful country of France with no problemo. Right, I'm gonna guzzle my coffee, settle that puppy, and then I'm gonna go and have a wander around town and see if I can't find a certain sparkly piece of jewellery. It's hard to beat a nice bit of retail therapy. Well, I've had a wander around town, but it's really, really windy. Flipping cold as well. Oh my God, I think it's down to -1 tonight. Anyway, it's really windy, so walking around in wind is never good for a camera. And I did find 3 rings that I quite like, but actually I don't know that any of them are it. I have taken a photo with 2 of them on my hand, so I might go back. So even though I didn't get a ring, I did get myself a pretty little present. I bought myself a crystal that I've never heard of before. I certainly don't claim to be an expert on crystals anyway, but look at that. Isn't that pretty? It's called Appetite, which I thought was particularly hilarious as this girl has such a healthy appetite. Apatite. But I just thought it looked like the ocean, and I just think it's really beautiful, and apparently it's really powerful in helping with meditation. And since we've been back from France, I've been on a big old meditation kick, so this is my new helpful friend. So beautiful. Appetite. Who knew? Anyway, the heating has just gone on because it's so damn cold. And Sonny's had his tea and his poo walk. There's a very nice van parked up just there. Music on in there, diesel heater on, but I don't know who they are. It's not like I'm going to go and knock on their door and say hi, but I just thought their van was cute. I think what I'm going to do now is I've got some brightly coloured paints. The shelves that I've done. I think I'm going to do some bonkers painting on there now. I'm going very maximalist with this van. Unlike dear little Myrtle that was all very beachy and plain and clean, this van we're going all out. We're having a lot of fun. We're decorating this one. So I think I might crack open my paints and have a little play. Before I paint these shelves, I'm actually going to steal those 3 screws holding this lever. Oh, I didn't do a very good job of painting that shelf, did I? Damn it. I'm going to steal one of these screws out of there for this because this is driving me nuts. Oh, that's tricksy. Perfect. Well, these are the colour acrylics that I have with me. This one I'm pretty sure the paint is dead, so I'll pull some of that out first and see if I can use it. I painted a bathroom shelf last year, I think it was, and this one didn't behave well, so we probably won't be able to use that. That is so similar to the colour of the van, I'd probably rather not use that, so it might just be those 3 or even just those 2 for now. I do want to get another magenta, because I think the 3 of those together would be awesome. Yeah, that's what we're going for. Oh, that looks okay. No, see, it's not covering well. This is exactly what I had last time. I think I'm going to scrap that because I'm really disappointed with how that pink paint turned out on my bathroom shelves. Oh, wow. I mean, this purple is just as old as that pink, I think, but let's see if this goes on a bit nicer. Fingers crossed. Do you do arty things? You know that point when you start doing your arty thing and you think, this looks crap. But you know you have to go with it because you know it's going to look good. I'm still at that looks crap stage. Go and talk amongst yourselves for a while. can always paint over it with the white again. It's okay. It's only paint. It's not a big deal. It's still only paint, okay? Okay. I appreciate you can't see the vision yet because you don't know what's going on in this magical mind. You don't like it now, but you wait. You will when it's all finished. Pinky promise. Oh, good morning. That is a very blurry looking face. It wasn't a great night's sleep. It was too hot. I wasn't level. My feet were downhill, which I can cope with, but I was also leaning off to the side. So if I'd have rolled off the bed, I'd have squashed the dog. So it wasn't a good night. I feel terrible. That's okay. We've had a nice snuggly lie-in. Sonny climbed into bed with me in the end and we just snuggled up and slept, which was nice. He's just had his morning pee-poos. I'm going to go and put that kettle on and then we're going to restart the day, I think. Also, I think I need to find some makeup and get rid of the blurry look. So now I'm looking at the paintwork in the morning. What do I think? Well, I kind of like it. I don't like this row. Unfortunately, I thought I wasn't going to like this one because the triangles are all out of sync and it like hurts my brain a little bit. But actually, that's my favourite one in the end, weirdly. But I still want some pink in there, and I might have a go with that blue. This is funny little breads that I make in the microwave at home, and it's just almond flour, an egg, and a bit of baking powder. I always get confused between baking powder and bicarb. I think it was baking powder. And you just like microwave it. Future editing Janie, just dropping in to tell you that I've left out part of the story, which is really, really important. So in total, I was in Tintagel for 3 days or 2 nights. And on day 1, I'm scrolling through Facebook in the van and I see pictures of Tintagel on my friend's feed. So I messaged him and I'm like, mate, are you in Tintagel? And he went, yeah. I went, no. I said, so am I. So him and his partner V, they were having their 1-year anniversary and he'd booked a night at a big fancy hotel down on the coast. So the next morning they had to be out, I think, by 11 a.m. So we decided to meet and go and have coffee together. And now you can get back to the original of the story. But I just realized you needed to know that. It was important. It's an important part of the story. Mwah. Bye. I am so cold here. We've moved car parks. Let me show you where we are. We appear to have the whole entire car park, apart from one cheeky little monkey over there, all to ourselves. Just me and Sonny Bob. And we've got grass field off to the side of us, which obviously the doggy has just checked out and loves. I was planning for us to walk down to the coast, maybe down to the castle, down to... I can't. It is so cold out there and so windy and it's just going right through me. So I'm sorry, Sonny. We're probably just going to hang around this field. Anyway, I've moved to another car park because last night was such a bad night's sleep on that slope. It was tiny slope. It wasn't a lot, but I've had neck problems and back problems ever since getting back from France. And I just need to be somewhere flat. This car park is completely flat. So we moved. Same price as the last one. It's £8 for 24 hours with a 10p surcharge because it's all done via an app. Oh, and the other thing was I met with my friends, Chris Magic, that you've met many times before, the magician, and his partner V. I'll try and give you the condensed story, but ever since getting back from France, I have been on a mission to try and quieten my mind. I've been doing meditations and I joined this Facebook group for the meditations that I'm practicing, and the only other person that I know in there that follows this group is Chris's partner, V. So met up with them for coffee this morning after they left their lovely little anniversary hotel night away. And I'm like, oh, hi, Chris. Yeah. Now, V, let's talk manifesting. Let's talk about this meditation malarkey. Let's talk about this. So we just sat there and blah, 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 blah. That some really magical things have happened to me in the past month due to the work that I've been doing. So she was sharing her experiences, yada, yada, yada. She's been doing this work for 2 years. I'm really new to it. I've been 1 month, just over 1 month now. Anyway, as you know, I had a side mission to find a ring on this trip. And I tried a couple on yesterday that were very nice and I was very smitten. But then the fear kicked in, and I know that next month my income is going to be particularly low because of the time of year and all this stuff. And I had all this negative talk about, can't afford it, you really shouldn't be doing that, you really need to keep your money for paying bills and groceries. And so we left the cafe where we'd had the coffee and the chat, and I said, right, I'm going to go and buy the ring. So the three of us went into the shop, and I said to the beautiful girl that I met yesterday, Sam, hi Sam, I said, hello darling, I'm here to buy the ring. So she pulled it out the counter, I put it on my finger, there it is. And my friend V pulled out her card, her debit card. She pulled out her wallet and then her debit card. And I kind of caught this out the side of my eye. And I'm like, what the heck? She's been in this shop 3 seconds. How on earth has she already found something to buy? Like, what? And then her and Sam, the girl behind the counter, had this little knowing look. And I'm like, you two, what is going on? And my friend paid for the ring. This isn't a cheap ring. So I really struggled with that because it's not a cheap ring. And she paid for it for me, which was so beautiful. And all the work that I'm doing, and she's clearly been doing for a lot longer than me, all this unworthiness came up and all this discomfort, allowing somebody to pay for something for me that, the whole thing. If it'd been 15 quid, it would have been a very different story, but it wasn't. So the only way I could make myself feel comfortable with that was to buy them something for their house. They've recently bought a house together. So they picked a couple of little things for the house, and I was able to pay for them for their house. It was very, very interesting. Anyway, long story short, my little side mission was accepted. And this ring, which I absolutely love, it's a tourmalined quartz. So it's, hang on. So it's a piece of clear quartz, but if you can see those little black threads in there, those are threads of black tourmaline. And so it's called a tourmalined or tourmalated, I believe, quartz. And I love it. And the fact that my friend ended up buying it for me imbues it with even more magic than I'd already given it. So there we are, we have a new beautiful ring in my life. So, what a lucky girl. Let's go make some guacamole. You want some guac? Of course you do. Everybody loves guac. Unfortunately, I didn't bring any jalapenos with me, so dried chili flakes is going to have to do. And voila, lunch is served. So the glove box is still the closest thing we have to a table. Really must get a table sorted. That works. It's so cold. Ooh. I've just come out to shoot a thumbnail picture, and look, I didn't even realise it's only a full moon. It's so flipping cold though. Oh my gosh. Even when we're at the top of that mountain in the Alps with all that snow, it was warm compared to this. This is frigid. It is so cold. Sunny, budge up. I'm coming through, buddy. The poor boy couldn't even be bothered to get out of bed to come out in the cold and have his photo taken. He's like, no, you're all right, thanks, Mum. Because of the whole gas cooker situation, I bought myself some soup, lentil and smoked bacon. So I think I'm just going to heat that up for my tea. And I'm also going to close all these curtains down now. Gosh, that's got into my bones. I was out there for 2 minutes. It's very chilly. I don't know how many times I've said that in this video, but trust me, it's flipping cold out there. Just had a thought. I keep saying I want to move to Scotland. I expect it's going to be a little bit colder living up there than it is down in Cornwall, eh? Wow, the cold coming through that glass. That is crazy. Beautiful. I need to introduce you to my mate Twit. So this cute little owl, as a word called Kiddy's Nightlight. This was £6 from B&M if anybody is interested in where I got this. He's so cute. So I got this because when we were in France, usually I'm awake and up before Johnny. When I get up and I want to make a coffee, oh excuse me, we've only really got bright lights in here. I've got some fairy lights over my bed, but they wind him up as well. And I was lighting my little candle. I've got a little beeswax candle in here. So I was lighting that, but that's not really enough light to make a coffee by. So I thought I'd buy myself the cutest little nightlight ever. And it's perfect for making early morning teas and coffees without winding up the grumpy one. Well, that looks utterly disgusting. Let's hope it tastes better than it looks. I literally just had a whole conversation with myself about eating out of that pan and eating with that spoon, just so I had less to wash up. But because I have you guys here, I thought that would just be really gross. So it's because of you that I've made myself more washing up. Well, there we are. There's my gourmet dinner, which looks tray attractive. How do you feel about the quirky camera angle? It's just so you could get a bit of sunny love as well. Because I know, God, it's suddenly got really hot in here. Hang on. Because I know you all love the Sunny Bob. Well, I tasted this on the spoon and didn't think much of it. So let's have a proper little taste test, shall we? It's just a very strange angle. It's actually really bland, which is surprising. I should have added some paprika to make it taste more bacony. But I think if you've been out in this weather that I've been hiding from all day, I think actually this would be a really good soup to warm you up. Yeah, it's just really a bit bland. Maybe I should start taste testing like ready meals that you could use camping. For me today, this is going to get a 6 out of 10. But if I'd been out walking the coast path in this cold weather, this would get a 12 out of 10. So, you know, there's nothing wrong with it as such. It's just a bit meh. Anyway, laters. Good morning. It's very early. The sun is just rising. That was a much better night last night. Christ, I look like rough as rats. Am I really going to share this look with the internet? Possibly not. Anyway, that's all right, isn't it? Just have a whole car park to yourself, Jane, why don't you? Apparently it's only 3 degrees right now, but my gosh, it feels a whole lot warmer than yesterday. The wind has died down, so we might actually get a proper walk in today. I also need to go and film the video that you may have seen last week, which is the costings of our trip around France. I finally sat down last night and went through all the numbers and worked it all out, and it was shocking. Oh my gosh, it was shocking. It was a lot of money. And it was worth every single penny. Come on, pup, this way, bub. So yeah, I need to film that video this morning. I need to go and buy Johnny a pasty before we leave. Our parking isn't up until, I don't know, 2 o'clock this afternoon or something, so I've got lots of time. Yeah, just gonna have a nice moochy start to my day, I think. And maybe like wash my face, because I don't know how bad things are looking, but I forgot to take my makeup off last night, so yeah, naughty girl. So flipping lovely here, look at this. This field is all just part of the car park. £8 and 10p to spend 24 hours parked up here, and you're allowed to sleep in your van. The rest of Cornwall needs to take note, especially Cornwall Council. You think how much of a goldmine you're sitting on, Cornwall Council. Perhaps I need to go and knock on their door and have a little quiet word with them. Oh, wow, it is warm in here. How lovely. Why, yes, I am wearing the same clothes I was as yesterday and the day before, because whilst I bought clean underwear, I forgot to bring any other clothes. So this is the look we're going for for the entire trip. Honestly, can't take me anywhere, can ya? Right, I need to get this makeup off my face because it feels horrid. Oh, that feels very good. So you know how I told you about the ring that my beautiful friend V bought for me, and the whole meditation and abundance and healing work that I've been doing, or kick that I've been on. So I did the same abundance meditation this morning that I've done on and off over the past month. I really like it. I really like it. This morning it feels like a new level has been unlocked, because it talks about how worthy do you feel, and gifts will come to you in the most surprising of ways, and be ready for them and be thankful for. And it was really interesting. Very, very interesting. I still can't believe she did that. Like, they've just bought a house. I think I was thinking more about her financial situation at the time, as to, hang on a minute, you can't, I'm putting my stuff onto her. You can't afford this. You've just bought a house. Gosh. Okay, she looks a little teeny weeny bit more human now. So now, time for coffee. Breakfast is served. Cheers. We've just come into town, come for a coffee, and Sonny's been very brave. Doesn't like being in cafes, but you've been such a brave boy, aren't you? No, Mum, I'm really not. Here is today's little no-cook lunch. Sonny's just had the pleasure of licking out the pate packet. So it's just romaine lettuce leaves, some duck pate, avocado, and some of this really, really good goat's cheese. Oh, it's so good. Right, I have just stepped in pate. Damn it. Right. As I was saying, I've just finished recording last week's video, and we're off. It's just gone 12, and I can't find a decent pasty in town. So Johnny has requested a decent pasty, so we're going to go home via a farm shop that I don't think I've ever been to. I can't promise I haven't been there, but I don't think I looked at the photos online and I don't recognise it, so that's exciting. A brand new farm shop to go and check out, and hopefully I'll be able to find the Grumpy Builder a decent pasty. So sunshine, should we leave beautiful Tintagel? I'm going to see Daddy when he gets home from work. Yeah, let's go pasty hunting. It's a favourite pastime down here in Cornwall, don't you know? Anyway, thank you Tintagel, as always. You were bloody marvellous. It's just started raining. No way! It's been sunshine, freaking cold, but it's been sunny the entire time we've been here. And it's literally just started raining. Double thank yous, Tintagel. I will no doubt be seeing Tintagel again soon, because I blinking love it here. Right, that's it for today's video, beautiful people. If I get any juicy footage of a farm shop and a pasty, then I'll drop it in now, but otherwise I will catch up with you in the next one, and I have no clue where or what or any of that stuff, so isn't that exciting? Look after yourself, guys, and I'll see you soon. Peace. Well, alas, they did not have any pasties for the grumpy builder. I did, however, get him a jar of hollandaise, so we can have eggs benedict. In the little reduced section, I got 2 loaves of keto bread, reduced to £2.50, and this one was reduced to £3, but this was £7.80, and this one was £5.50. And I also got, I've been meaning to get a tub of this for in here. Oh, I love this stuff. So you can live in there. No, you can live there for now, my friend. And that's it. That's all I got. No pasty. The prize, a farm shop in Cornwall where you can't buy a pasty. Hey ho, onwards and upwards. Maybe we'll find somewhere else on the way home where we can get a decent pasty. Because you can get a pasty anywhere, let's be honest. We can go to a petrol station and get a Ginsters. We won't be doing that though. Sorry, Ginsters. You're only going to buy a pasty if you can get like a pasty.